Hey, let me stop. How y'all doing tonight? I know probably don't have anybody right now watching, but for the people that's going to be coming in or watching on the replay, we'll see you. Um, so yeah, let me turn this music down. Well, I'm gonna turn it off. We'll see you. Um, so yeah, let me turn this music down. Okay, the sound is sounding good. The sound is sounding. So yeah, there is some more issues with the diaspora wars when it comes to Africans, African Americans, Caribbeans too, but it's mainly the black people from Africa and the black people here in the United States. So basically, today is supposed to be the day where it's a boycott of all African businesses to include like African braiding shops, um, restaurants, things of that nature. So yeah, it's just like things are heating back up again. In terms of what you see on social media, I mean, personally, well, where I live at now, it's not a lot of Africans, but where I used to live at, it would be interesting to have be there now and see what's going on. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that and show y'all some of the videos I've been looking at. It's unfortunate though because a lot of these beefs and stuff they are online. People don't have the courage to say stuff to people's faces. So you have these keyboard warriors. They're cowards. Yep. So I wanted to, have some other panelists come on, but I couldn't, kind of get everybody's schedule right. And some people are a little intimidated about certain discussions. But with this live StreamYard platform, you can, hide behind the camera, which that's not the goal. But you don't even have to show your face. You can be ambiguous when it comes to having these discussions like that. I mean, because I know you, or usually the panelists, I know them or know of them, and yeah. So yeah, it looks like the sound and everything is good. StreamYard has come a long ways. I've come a long ways with understanding it, but it's so much more simpler than what it was before. So yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. But yeah, it's always been a sentiment between Africans, African Americans. I haven't really dealt with any hateful Africans, but I have heard discussions amongst African Americans, um, about uh, them not liking us, i.e., the Africans not liking African Americans. Um, so yeah, that's what I've heard, and I've seen it in different groups where I guess because some people you can't really tell all the time what somebody's ethnicity is. If they are black or even if they're white, the only time you can really tell sometimes is if someone is speaking. And then again, you can't even tell that all the time. They could be first generation. Because I do recall a time when I stayed in Maryland, there were a lot of first generation Africans from Nigeria in particular. And you basically couldn't tell that they were or had African parents because they had the same vernacular as African Americans. They carried themselves the same way, had the same skin complexion, facial features, and things of that sort. But yeah, it's been a lot of other stuff going on too. Politics is always crazy. There was this big earthquake too earlier this week that triggered some tsunamis and subsequent earthquakes as well. But let's talk about this person. So this lady that I'm gonna show y'all, she's the well, I'm gonna show you the late. I'm gonna show you this lady. Well, I'm gonna just play. I'm gonna play everything, but I'm gonna try to see how I should tackle it. Because I'm gonna see how I should tackle it because it was a lady that proposed this, and then you had a lady that came back in response for it. So let me type this up really quick. Okay, let me go exit out of this. Okay. Okay. I found it. I found it. I found it. All right. So let's hear what this lady has to say. Um, let's see what this lady has to say. I believe they actually had, I think her name was Shayla or Shayna, boycott. It was funny. Uh, but yeah, let's see what she has to say because she was the initial ringleader, I guess. And then other people agreed with her and things of that sort. So let me edit this. Let me try this. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's listen to her, Shaya, the creator. Yeah, it was Shaya something. It was something around those lines. But I can't find the original post, but I'm seeing the reaction of the original post from her, and she elaborates what she meant. She meant what she said, and she said what she meant. So she standed on business, and she even recommended that she would even boycott like other ethnicities, like like Asian places, things of that sort. So yeah, hold on one second, y'all. I'm gonna turn this AC off, but I'm gonna play this for you. One thing about TikTok, it's not as stringent when it comes to fair use and uh, these thingies when it comes to copyright. So as far as I know, it's still roughly the same. So yeah, but yeah, Shaya, that's her name. So let's play her.
Hi, guys. So, listen, I made this post to boycott the African braid shops. And honestly, I didn't expect it to pick up as much momentum as it did, but it did. And I think it's a good thing. And like I said, I don't just talk about it, I bees about it. So, since it's picking up so much momentum, since we are in a paradigm shift, and since we as Black Americans are really sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of telling them we are sick and tired of being beat, battered, bullied, and abused by every ethnicity that is not a Black American, I have picked a date, and I say starting August the 1st, for the entire month of August, we boycott African owned businesses. That includes restaurants, hair salons, braid shops, etc., etc. It's time to show them that our Black American dollar is what runs this damn country. We are no longer tolerating disrespect. We are demanding it. We have been punching bags long enough. No more. So I say again, August 1st, we're going to start And for the entire month of August, no support for African businesses from Black America. Now, there are some of you in the comments that are saying, well, if we're going to do this to our own people, to Africans, which by the way, they're not our own people, they are not Black American and they don't even want to associate themselves with us. But I digress. If we're going to do this to them, then y'all are saying, well, we should do this to the Asians. We should do this to the Arabs. We should do this to this. I agree. And if you want to do that, start your cause. Shit, again, our bees in the trap. I'm about this life. We can do one ethnicity a month for all I care. Start your cause, get out my comments, start your cause, and we'll follow it. That's it. Don't challenge me to do it. I'm doing what I believe in right now. So you do what you believe in right now. This one is August. Pick who you want to do for the month of September. State your case, start your cause, share your video that is motivating this, and rally the troops. I'm all in. But right now, for the month of August, August 1st through August 31st, no support for African businesses. All right? And as I always say, Black American power. Let's go. So listen, if you are on board, like, follow, comment, share, repost, guys. Make sure to follow so you can be updated about new information. Okay? Bye.
Yeah, I hate when they be like, bye. But anyway, yeah, that was the lady that kind of stirred the pot for this, I guess you would say, protest, this electronic or virtual beef. But people are saying the quiet stuff out loud. You have people that they won't necessarily say this to your face, but they feel a certain type of way towards you, particularly whether it be either side. But like I said, I haven't personally had any bad issues with African people, particularly like Nigerians, Ghanaians, Cameroonians, Liberians, and stuff like that. You do notice some nuances because some people they'll either be distance away from you, um, but yeah, and then one bad apple shouldn't spoil the bunch. So yeah, I mean, probably can relate to maybe one time I had a bad experience with this person from Africa. Well, he was an American, African born in the United States. So, but that's never here or there. Let's see some more stuff. See what they talking about. So this is a African lady. I believe she's Liberian who does a response to this response. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the original clip, but they pretty much play a good portion of it. People put text and stuff over it, so it's not quite the original. But anyway, I think y'all gonna hear what she says and see what the sentiment is, like I was saying before. Okay. All right.
If only this reached the consensus of all African and Caribbeans, everybody from Jamaica, Trinidad, Haiti, and Africa. If this meet your consent, since the Black American want to go to war, let's try. Let's see. All of us that call out one day from work, all of us across the United States, all immigrant call out from work. Yes, if they want to go to war, let's see what they can prove. And also, all immigrant like your businesses from all Black American. Simple as that. Don't let them go into your grocery store. Don't let them go into your restaurant. Don't let them go into your salon. You want to go to war? We will. And also, we can ask all our African doctors, yeah, boycott all Black American treatment. Like I said, You don't want to go to war with African. Trust me. We are 54 freaking country. The population of African in the United States is more than your black American population. Just so you know. That's the reason why 64% of the Democratic vote is immigrant. And out of that 64, 54 is black. So, Black America, you don't want to go to war with us. At this point, I don't care if you're a Democrat or if you're a Republican, because the stupid black Republicans that are being controlled by the white tea brought this up. And it seems to be that some of you on the Democratic Party side are also getting along. So you want to pick that fight? We can do so. Yeah, we can ask our 54% vote to boycott the coming elections. Oh, yes, I can guarantee you, when we boycott it, you will have no seat. Don't play with us. We are calm. We don't intend to insult nobody. We don't look down on anybody. You went through pain. We went through pain. Yes, you went through slavery. We went through slavery in our own house. But we decided in Africa that we're going to put the past behind. We're going to fight for a better Africa. You want to tell us you're the only people that ever went through slavery? No, the Caribbean, Haiti is still going through slavery. Jamaica went through slavery. Trinidad went through slavery. I can name you multiple other African nations that went through slavery. But we don't come out here dragging to ourselves, oh, we suffer history, somebody got to pity party us. No. We work our ass up because we don't want the white team man to tell us what to do. That's why we work. That's why we don't want to live on the system. So if you're jealous and you angry about that, go do the job that we do. Go to school. That's all you need to do. I saw your video where you calling for them to boycott African restaurant and boycott African salon. Listen, plus you minus you, African businesses still gonna go. Like I told you, like I told you in my previous video. Plus you, Black America, minus you, Black America, African businesses are still gonna go. You're not the only people in America. Mm. In fact, we got more white people eating African food and doing braiding more than you African. Even African among ourselves, we do more braiding, just so you know. So braiding is not just thing, it's African thing. So that tells you that we African braid. And we got over 4 million of us here. More than 4 million of us here. So that tells you, plus you, minus you, our business will still go on. But if we boycott you, you in shit. Yeah, you will be in shit. Because guess what? When we boycott you from going to our restaurant, you got to learn to cook or you got to go eat Madonna shit that they got to give you. If we boycott you coming to our saloons, we will still make money because African will support each other. But you don't support each other. That's the first thing. Mhm. When we ask all the doctors, all the nurses, if we decide to text each other across the United States and choose that we want to make a phone call and say we calling out, boy, you sister, you got I no idea what's going to happen. So you Black American, you picking a fight that you can win. Because I can tell you in this fight, oh yeah, the Puerto Rican gonna join us. Oh, in this fight, the Mexican gonna join us. So you on your own. You are on your own. And in fact, most of the people that do braiding are Mexican and Puerto Rican, not Black American. Like I said, you on your own. That is the reason why you're Black American. You don't get along with Puerto Rican. You don't get along with Mexican. You don't get along with Chinese. You don't get along with Indian. And you also don't get along with the whitey because you have an attitude problem. You think everybody owe you something. Nobody owe you shit. You went through your own slavery here. We went through our own slavery, and we are still going through the slavery even up to today. Because when we have a leader who tried to stand up for us, he got analyzed by your leaders, your superpower leaders. Yes. And in return, they say, oh, come to America. Oh, come here, we'll give you refugee status. If they were allowing our leaders to do for us, we would not be coming over here. So, Black America, like I said again, you are on the right path. Because you see, I can get along with the Puerto Rican. Oh, yes, I can get along with the Mexican. But you already have a fight with a Puerto Rican. You already have a fight with a Mexican. Now you want to add us to this? We are your last bus stop. We are your last bus stop. And I'm this message is for those of you Black American that are attacking African. And this message is not referring to you. If you are a Black American who is not involved into this fight, this is not for you. This is not for you at all. This message is precisely for those FBA on TikTok calling for them to boycott African Salon. Listen, we can boycott you whatever way we want. We can choose the day. One thing we know, you don't communicate. One thing you don't know, we African, we communicate, regardless of where we come from. The entire 54 countries in the United States, all the citizens communicate. When Gambia is celebrating her independence, Liberia, Nigerian, everybody will go there, we interact. So it is easy for us to get a message across. You don't want us boycotting because if we boycott you, we will not let you into our grocery store. Oh yeah, we will not serve you gasoline from an African gas station. We will tell the Indian, listen, you don't want to pick a fight with legal immigrants. Okay? Because when you're picking a fight with legal immigrants, just know the Chinese will be on our side, the Indian will be on our side. You're not going to have anything. Even if the Chinese decide to stay neutral and the Indian choose to stay neutral, only we African, only us can deal with you to the fullest. We're not going to do no pew pew. No, we're not going to fight. Because where we come from in Africa, we know that doing things the harsh way doesn't pay no result. We can react quietly. When you come to our salon, we say no hair. Yes, when you go to the doctor, he will tell you, oh, I already finished seeing my customers. The nurses and stuff you come across, all of them are African. Yeah, Jamaican and African too. Yeah, Trinidadians are African. Haitis are African. So you calling us, you want to pick a fight? You're not ready for this war. I'm telling you. Don't keep on doing it. Talking about reparation. Do you know how long Africa have been fighting for her reparation? You think we care for what happened to you here about your reparation with the US? No. What we're fighting for with the UN is different from what you fighting for in the US. It's not the same. And so we don't care about your reparation.
All right, so you heard her. You heard her. I mean, personally, I don't see what was really bad about what she said, to unless until when it got towards the end when she was talking about reparations and how we weren't going to get it, which I'm not a proponent for that anyway. But it became a little more personal. At first, I felt that she was being neutral, more or less. But I heard that she actually got fired from her job. One thing about social media, you have some very vile people. You can have some very vile people in this life, and people will dox you. Doxing is basically like releasing your information and stuff like that. People will do that. They'll find out where you work and things like that. It's just crazy out here. So when you take a stand or something you know, big like that, you have to also think about the consequences. But she did make a good point because when I before I had looked at this video, people was making it look like it was like non-legal immigrants or someone that just came straight out from Africa with a visa was looking to boycott or keep African Americans from using their services and stuff like that. But these she did mention a good point. These people are legal, which discrimination is illegal, but how can you argue that like that you're being discriminated when they, like you said, we fight quietly. Well, they fight quietly. So yeah. But I'm gonna show you another video, and it kind of gives you a sentiment of how people really feel. I would say African Americans. Um, there are different words that are used, like a kata. I talked with some people that I know that's from West Africa originally. They said that they never heard of the word before until they got to the United States. So yeah, it's crazy out here in these social media streets.
So yeah, I like your braids, and I'm looking for more Black Americans that do braids and retwists.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, what do you think about that? That's boycotting the African shops.
Yeah. In a sense, we are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But I don't really deal with them anyway because my hair texture. They're known to take my hair. They don't grow hair. They first off they don't grow hair.
Oh, okay.
They take hair.
They take it.
They really do take hair.
Okay.
You know, I haven't went to one that's grown hair, but my daughter she grows hair. It's the hands
So,
and the care of your hair too, knowing your hair and how to treat your hair when you're braiding it too, not to take it away.
not to take it away, right? Right.
Hmm.
And are you FBA or are you African American? What are you?
I'm I'm African American Indian. It's
Okay. Okay.
Indian.
So yeah, you heard her. You heard her. But yeah, I do notice a lot of critique for African braiding shops. I have natural hair. I have dreadlocks, which actually the lady that started my hair, she was from Togo, back in Maryland. She started my dreads, and then of course I went over to someone else, and I've had about several different locticians over the years. But they're known, or at least from what I hear, they're known for braiding really, really tight. So as you can recall, that lady's in the clip saying that she loses hair, something around those lines. I think that's an exaggeration, but if your hair is braided too tight, that can cause tension at your roots, and it can cause breakage. Not really even breakage, just like hair loss in general. You take a nice little roll on the bed, and oh shoot, some your hair then just fell out. And yeah, I probably could show some videos like that, but I'm not gonna put flame to the fire. I'll put gasoline on the flame to fire, put gasoline on the fire, because I really love my African brothers and sisters, and also my Black Caribbean brothers and sisters. But unfortunately, that's not the case for a lot of people, and I think we do need to come to that realization, and maybe have a bigger discussion. So yeah, hopefully when I can get some more panelists to come on, we can talk more about that. But yeah, it's rough out here. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about the earthquake that happened off the coast of Russia earlier this week. Just 1 second. All right, so I'm back. I'm using Wikipedia. I do notice when it comes to doing research, it's not always a reliable source, but the closer it is to an event, sometimes the more accurate it is. Um, and I'm not quite sure how they source their information now. I know they used to just like anybody could put anything up there, but this is a somewhat accurate, or it is an accurate depiction of what happened or description of what happened earlier this week, which was basically it was 2 days ago. So, of course, if you haven't been living on a rock, no pun intended, on July the 30th at 11:24, that would have been like that would have been during their morning time, I think. Uh, oh no, July the 29th. Yeah, so it would have been over here. It was the 30th, but on the other side, it was in the morning on the July the 29th. But anyway, it was an 8.8 megathrust earthquake off their eastern coast. Um, and basically, this earthquake was said to be the sixth largest, sixth strongest earthquake ever recorded by seismometers. And it was a big issue or a big concern for big tsunamis, but they were weaker than expected, which was a good thing. Um, they're still contemplating why the tsunamis weren't as extreme, despite the severity of the earthquake. So, if you guys know anything about plate tectonics or the Earth, I actually did a video talking about the if whether the Earth is round or flat, which was funny. Um, that area is part of the Ring of Fire. So basically, you have the Pacific Ocean, and it's a relatively semicircle that surrounds the ocean by land. So you have that plate that is expanding out in all directions and is colliding with or colliding or subduing under other um, plates. Hence why you have like volcanoes, earthquakes, mountains in those areas surrounding the um, Pacific Ocean. Yeah, so this is not something that's out of the ordinary. I mean, the severity of the earthquake probably is. I mean, I'm not a geologist, but I mean, basic class, grade school stuff. We were always taught that you had the plate tectonics, and you have how mountains are formed, plate subduction, valleys, plateaus, um, volcanoes, magma, yeah, things like that. And then, of course, when there is an earthquake, there are always aftershocks. How I know? Well, growing up in Virginia, we had an earthquake back in 2011. First major earthquake, I think it was a 5.9. And we had a lot of aftershocks after the initial quake. So let's see what they're talking about. Yeah. So yeah, it talks about the impact, the tsunami, and from what I hear, this didn't occur in a super populated area in Russia. So, but they did say that tsunami waves of 16 to 20 feet were observed in parts of that area that was affected by the quake in neighboring islands. Yeah, so um, Japan was affected, the Hawaiian Islands, 1 meter 3 feet tsunami struck Midway Atoll. Um, yeah, so yeah, it was a greater overall rise of waters throughout that Ring of Fire area. But there were some casualties. It says at least four, well, injuries right now. They're saying at least four people were injured in this city. Although none of the injuries were serious, injuries were reported among people exiting buildings, including a hospital patient who jumped from a window. Um, yeah, so that's amazing that you don't have widespread uh, casualties. But then again, it equates to them not having such of a big population. Let's see what the name of the city. I don't know how to pronounce it. So okay. Oh no, never mind. That's the trench. So what is the name? Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see. Geography, climate. Let's see what they're talking about for the people. Well, they're definitely a tourist destination, it appears, because of the volcanoes there. So let's see. Let me see. So roughly, you can see it's like the size of a average size city in the United States, roughly under 300,000 people. So that's still testament of how I'm assuming they're prepared for stuff like this because that's commonplace in that area, the Ring of Fire, just like parts of California are familiar with earthquakes and stuff like that, and different parts of the world are equipped for other natural disasters. Yep, so that's how that goes. All right. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much it. American politics is still like it is. Um, I'm probably gonna do a live stream on that too sometime soon. But this is just me coming back out here and showing you guys that I'm still out here. But one thing about making videos and content is about basically spamming the algorithm. So basically, the more you pump out, whether it's good content or not, and then of course, and unfortunately, negativity sells. So the more you pump out, the more faces it's getting in front of. So in turn, that you get more views. But yeah, I thank you guys for watching this video. I see some people are in that are watching. So if you want to join, just type of one. If you want to join and talk about the discussion, or I'd give it about 5 more minutes, and we can talk. Or if you just want to be a spectator, that's perfect too. Yeah, yeah. Just type of one if you want to join. I guess not. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see how many views we get over the course of next week, over the course of the week. So yeah, I thank y'all so much for watching this video. You know what to do. If you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. And yep, it's a lot to talk about, but this video was just a little brief. So yeah, thank you.